How have you been?
I've been great. I've been, well, since 15 years, I've been looking forward to come to Australia.
Yeah, is this the furthest you've ever toured from home?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
If it's more
What?
far than South America and Japan, I would say yes.
Yeah, okay. What's the longest plane ride you've been on?
14 hours to Tokyo.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, This one is going to be 16 hours.
Get ready for that.
Yes.
Let's talk about the album. I didn't get to talk to you on the album cycle, on the album release cycle. So tell us about
Yes.
the latest album that you'll be touring. How did that go? How, I mean, it was all different this time because you weren't recording during lockdown and you weren't having to race across borders before they shut. I remember you telling me about that last time.
Yes, that was a very crazy time. And yeah, with the Catalyst, it wasn't the case, obviously, still being more of a, it was kind of an average recording. I would call it like average for being Amaranth, since we have always worked with Jacob Hansen in his studio in Ribe. So it's the same all over again. But this time we went to Tokyo and we got the flu, so we had to postpone the recording. So there were like stuff like this that came a little bit in the way. But other than that, it was very relaxing and almost a little bit too slow, I say. I want to make it fast.
Okay. You've been playing some of the tracks from the album in the live shows. You've had a chance to do that for a little while now. How are they going?
Oh yeah, we absolutely love playing new tracks. I think it's the case for every band when you have written and released a new album, that it just feels extremely refreshing to your heart and soul to perform new songs.
Hmm.
And those specific songs are really very nice to sing live.
Okay. Film clips. Tell us about film clips. How did you go with them? Is that a good experience for you? Is it another one of these things that drags on too long? Is it a drag or is it very exciting?
You mean record the music videos?
Mm, mm.
Okay, I have to say, like, my favorite director is Patrick Elize, and he's the one that we've been working with since the Hunger video. And it's everything is always very fast with him. I guess is everybody is different, like personalities. Some artists want to take it slow, and also the same with the producers. They want to like, ooh, let me fix this little thing over here, and like, oh yeah, can you do it again and again? And some people are just like, let's do it.
Mm.
And that's the kind of director Patrick is, and it goes so fast, and it's usually so much fun. So yeah, that's my cup of tea. But then on the other hand, we did try out other producers and directors, um, music video producers this time, just to like kind of change up the results a bit. But these were the hardest recordings. They took the most time and was the longest travels, and I think the result was okay. He's living in Gothenburg, so for me, it takes like 10 minutes with a cab, to go to the studio. So that's also always a plus for me
Yeah,
personally, and
yeah,
Olaf.
okay. Okay, that's good. One change in the band since I spoke to you last time. Tell us about
Yes,
Mikhail. Am I pronouncing it right? Is it Mikhail or just Michael?
Michael. Actually, in Swedish, it's Mikael.
Mikkel.
Mikael. Yeah.
Okay, tell us about him, how he came about.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. We actually did tour with Mikael. He's also like the nickname is Micke. Back in 2015 for the first time. That's when I met him the first time. And he was then in a band called Engel, and they split up. And we always liked his growls. And he stayed in touch with Olaf and some other people in the band. And then once it was time for us to find a new growler, he was the first person we asked. And he was actually then at the time now, pre-Catalyst, ready to go back on the scene since
Okay.
taking a long time break.
Okay. You swooped at just the right time then, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Would have asked a couple of years earlier, he would have been busy because he did other stuff then. So we were kind of lucky at this time. Then we like his growls. It's the same style as Henke had, the previous growler, and then the first growler had more of a Gothenburg style growls. So, but I think it was very nice, not too big of a change for our sound, and also he can manage to growl everything we've ever written since the beginning of the career. So he's
Okay.
been doing good.
Good. Excellent. It's always good when you get a new member and they slot right in. So,
Oh yeah,
have you been touring? Like, are you touring right now, or you're in between shows? Or, I mean, it's festival season over there, isn't it?
it is summertime and festival season in Europe, the best time of the year. And so it's we are in between playing festivals at the moment. Yeah.
Right. Okay. They fly in, fly out on the weekend type deal, or bus nightliner? What's the deal?
We do fly in and fly out.
Yeah. Good.
We have
Okay.
we one like festival tour one summer, and we're talking about maybe doing it again. But that means you need to play festival, and then you put some like fill-in shows, and then you play the
Mm.
festival, and you're like doing as a proper tour bus tour. But it's been going well. We do the fly in and fly out, and I think it's been working great. I personally would what it doesn't matter, but it's a lot of flight,
Mm.
but it's more time at home than if you're on the tour bus all the time. So I think it's a good.
Well, you got to get used to flying, don't you? Because um, just having a look at the itinerary for over here on this side of the world. I mean, I'm sure it's got something to do with venue availability, but looking at the running order of the shows, it's almost like someone planned it who doesn't have a map, because you're over in New Zealand first, which is good for our friends over there in New Zealand. Then you're playing here in Adelaide, then all the way over to Perth, and then thank God you've got a day free. You fly all the way back to Sydney, way over on the other side, Melbourne, Brisbane. So you're going to get some miles up.
Yeah, I don't. I was asking, like always, and hoping that we would get like play one show, have one day off, play one show, have one day off. But like you said, somebody else plans the tours, and it's probably the promoter, and they want to squeeze stuff in as much as possible, and that's usually the case. And I was then, like you said, realizing that it's going to be like play show, wake up early, take the flight, arrive, have the VIP, and then maybe eat something, and then get changed and do the show. So I'm just like hoping and praying we are going to get enough sleep so we can stay healthy and do our best performance and keep the voices strong, for the audience over in Australia, because very long travels there. And when we are finally coming there, we of course want to bring our best selves into the down under.
Down under. What do you hope to do? I mean, you hope to get some time off. What do you hope to do on that time off? Are you
Well,
going to be like, are you going to go to the zoo, hold a koala, this sort of thing?
I will not go to the zoo because I don't like to zoos. But I would hope to be able to stay like a week extra after the tour and go for vacation. And then I obviously want to see the beaches. I want to see a kangaroo.
Well,
I want to I
you've
want
got
to go
them
to
just up
Sydney.
the road here.
What?
There's kangaroos just up the road here. So,
Are you kidding? Yeah, that's what I've heard from people being there. And it's, to me,
oh,
of course, it's extremely exotic. And But I don't want to see the spiders, the small black ones, and I don't want to see snakes, and I am very scared of those.
Now that the world's opened up again, after all the drama, what's the best thing that you've been re-exposed to? What's the best part about the world opening up again for you?
I guess the best part has been to get a better understanding of the Matrix and how we can avoid getting too much affected by it.
Okay. What's the worst thing that, apart from being like isolated maybe from friends and family and not being able to tour, what was the worst thing about that time?
Well, the worst thing was that my grandmother died alone in an elderly home. She was dementia, and nobody was allowed to visit her. I was extremely angry and sad, of course. But it was just like I was very furious about the situation that somebody decided to do that to her, and that's obviously, the reason why she died eventually. And she was all by herself, and she didn't understand anything what's going on, why nobody came. So it's one of the most sad things, and like a trauma that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. And I think that was terrible, and a lot of people experience that, and it's really.
Yeah, my dad died a couple of years ago, and in the last year or two of his life, we were limited in the time we could spend with him. And even right at the end of his life, when he was in the hospital, like the day before he died, they're telling us, there's too many in the room, you need to leave. And we're like, no, we're staying right here. So,
yeah, you get a little bit rebellious. You
sorry,
like,
sorry to have opened up that wound for you.
No, it means we're not alone with those experiences, but
Yeah.
it's just also like maybe in the future I don't want to listen to what some person says, and like, but what could happen? I would go to jail or something, So it's really sad.
Yeah. How's family life at the moment over there? How are you going?
It's great. I'm spending a lot of time with my sister's kids. And
last time I spoke to you, you were just about to become an auntie.
Oh yes. And I was like, I didn't think it was going to be that amazing. And it's funny because it also reminds me that I really liked my own uncle a lot. He was my favorite. And they say that aunts and uncles, they have a very important role because we're kind of the same age and similar to their own mother or father. But we're like someone else. So I'm having so much fun with them. And I feel like that's something, it's besides writing music and playing shows, that's my biggest hobby. It's like I really look forward to spend time with them.
Are
the
they
kids
close
are
by?
really sorry.
Are they close by? Do they live close?
They live very close, and they are also very close by in age. It's two of them, and they came during the pandemic, of course. So it's like they're 4 and 2
Excellent.
years old. Very good age. I try to teach them. I show them pictures of Australia. I promise I will film kangaroos and send it back to them. So I give them knowledge about the world, and it makes it also more fun for me actually nowadays to go on some place to like show it to the kids and inspire them to be more interested in geography, and maybe hopefully they're going to travel when they get older. Something I didn't do actually, but
well, you're doing it now. You're traveling a lot
I know.
now, surely.
My dream came true. It was my biggest dream as a kid to travel and see as much of the world as possible.
Excellent. Look, I think I should wrap it up. So I'll because it's just gonna blow up here any minute now.
Yeah.
Hey, Elise, thanks so much for taking the time to have a chat with me. So good. Looking forward to seeing you down here very soon. We're excited.
Yeah, same here.
Can I get you to just give us a horns, please, for the screenshot? Excellent. Yeah.